That was our first joke, everybody.
But
Thank you. Can you just follow me around and do that? I would really appreciate that. Spotlight on. I'm ready for my close up.
Woo.
Is it gonna work? It looks like it's going to. Oh, there it is.
I still have this absinthe.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
An abscess.
How
Whoa,
did I?
absinthe.
Wait,
I heard
wait,
abscess.
Wait.
I don't know which is worse.
The bottle looks scary.
What are the titles of this?
A bottle of abscess.
Ew.
Oh.
Can I just drink it? Do I have to drink it all weird?
Yes, you have to drink it really weird. All right, you guys. What is up? We are doing some hypothetical comedy. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to have you guys here with me. Yeah. Should I spotlight myself? Okay. Hey, you guys. Welcome. I just want to say, like, general rules are don't be an asshole. I guess there's been a lot of harassing around. Don't harass people. If anybody does get harassed and I don't know about it, let me know. I'm gonna leave the chat on for now because I think it's fun. When I'm in a mic and I see like a TL or a Nico or something, I always be like, hey, what's up? But like I don't want to disturb everybody, so I'll say it privately. So I'm gonna leave that on for now. If you guys harass each other, I'll turn it off. But for now, I think we're good. I trust all of you except for Joe. I'm watching Joe. That was supposed to be funny, you guys. I didn't really mean it. Now you make me feel bad because nobody laughed. Shit, no. I just, okay, let's go on. So I'm depressed, I'm depressed right now. If you guys don't know why I'm depressed, it has to do with scoring people's sets. I did a comedy competition earlier today. Actually, it was yesterday, but for the joke, it was today. And the first place, the first and second place tied at 71. And then the next person got 70, and I got 56. So I'm a little bit triggered. I'm a little bit sad right now.
Oh.
I know, right? I know. That was 4 people. I got 5th place. How'd that happen? I don't know. Hey, so what did I do about it? I'll tell you what I did about it. I had a Twinkie, you guys. I ate a Twinkie. I did. I want to repeat that again. I ate a non-vegan Twinkie. I did. Why you asked? For 2 reasons. I'll tell you why. The first reason was for comfort food because I just needed a little bit of comfort, right? I was eating my emotions. The second reason was for punishment, because as good as it was, I knew that later on in the evening I was going to have a stomachache and mild diarrhea. And then when I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm hurting, I'm going to say to myself, this is how you made them feel with your set. People are asking me how I voted. This joke was supposed to be dead a long time ago. I said the joke was going to be dead as soon as the election was over, but this joke's been going on for 3 days too long. People ask me how I voted for my local offices. They're like, hey, did you read the issues? Did you read about each candidate? Did you read about all the propositions? No, I looked through my phone and I saw who texted me the least. It's like, those people care about my time. I heard a comic say recently that he got so high that his dog could talk to him, and that's cool. One time I got so high that my cat could talk to me, and she still didn't. No, you guys, my cat is an asshole. I came home from work today. She was laying on the back of this chair, and I leaned down to give her a kiss, and she was like, ugh, like so far that she fell off the chair. Yeah. It's like, hey, you only got 7 lives left. You better not fall off that chair again. And then I'm like looking at Facebook, right? And I see all these people with their cats, and they're so nice, and they're so cuddly, and they're so just great. I'm over here bleeding from the hands. They call me Edward Sliver Hands. I'm working on that, you guys. I'm working on it. I don't send dick pics, but I do send unsolicited shit pics. It's true. I'll be in the bathroom. I'll be like, "Oh man, Uncle Vic's got to see this." I like that joke, you guys. I just gotta flush it out a little better. I have a lazy eye, but it's cool though, because it matches my personality. My other eye, it's not lazy, so I had to do a DNA test to make sure it's my real eye. I read recently that Mr. and Mrs. Hershey of the famous Hershey Empire were supposed to be on the Titanic when it set sail. But before the voyage, Mrs. Hershey was ill and they were unable to go. I guess you could say they were saved by the first case of the Hershey squirts.
Oh.
Let's see, what else do I want to do? Do I want to work on anything? Oh, so you know what song I like? I like Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. But realistically, it's like 2020, so it's probably time that we update that song, I was thinking Summer of '69 canceled comedy gigs. Or Summer of '69 concerts I should have went to. Or my personal favorite, Summer of '69 margaritas I would have drank if the bars were actually open. I guess what I'm saying is these definitely aren't the best days of our lives, you guys. Definitely not.
Oh, yeah.
I did a magic show last week. I was super excited about it. But it got me thinking, like, the differences between magicians and comedians. There's quite a few. Like, for example, like, a magician just, will do cool shit, right? They'll pull a rabbit out of their hat, or they'll saw a lady in half, right? I'm not going to pull a rabbit out of my hat, but I will make fun of the rabbit. And I'll tell you that he's an alcoholic and he's going through a divorce and he has 10 little bunnies to pay child support to. I know, it's so sad. But hey, I talked to him though, and him and his ex-rabbit wife, they agreed on joint custody, right? He got a joint, she got custody. Everybody was happy. I think let's go with the show, you guys. I did start a few minutes late. Did I? Yeah, whatever, you guys. Let's kick things off. I'm super excited about the first comic. He runs mics on, what does he do? Wednesdays and Fridays. I almost forgot, you guys. Oh, man. I'm just losing my mind today. Wednesdays and Fridays. He posts them in Hypothetical Comedy, so you can always check him out, the link and sign up for all that stuff there. Let me make sure that I know where everybody is. Give it up for the very funny Joe Gorman, everybody.
Oh shit! How exciting is this, everybody? Look at us, like trying to make like the best of a bad situation because we're still waiting for the election results to come in, right? And we're pretty confident, but I think we've all been in that situation where we turned in a paper that we felt pretty good about, and we're like, "Fuck yeah, this is easy going," and then like the teacher pulls out a pen and starts making marks all over the paper. And they're like, uh-oh, this isn't good at all. Every time when I was in school, every time I would turn in a paper, I was like, A+. And then the teacher would make a mark. I'm like, uh-oh, A. And then like a few more marks. I'm like, uh-oh. Fucking underlining shit. Oh, man, when they're writing shit in the margins, like I dropped a letter grade at the absolute best, Oh, man, that's what, oh, God, I hate that. And I still have nightmares. That I'm in school. Isn't that that's an epitome of white privilege right there, where my absolute nightmare is that I'm in higher education and I have to learn things like, what a nightmare, like not being chased by a murderer, but like, oh my God, what if I get a major my parents don't agree with, like that's my fucking, I feel like in the election, I made the right choice. I can confidently say it now. I voted for Joe Biden. Now that I'm pretty sure he's going to win, I'll be like, yeah, I was on the winning team. But at the end of the day, I had to vote for the president whose son I most wanted to do crack with. Right, man? Isn't Hunter Biden a fucking cool guy? I don't want to do crack with Trump Jr. That guy's lame, right? What a fucking dork. Hunter Biden, what? He dated his dead brother's widow? Cool guy. And then he went on a crack bender and then dated her? That's like the coolest guy in the history of the world. And then like Joe Biden still was pretty much like, whatever. Well, what can you do, Jack? That's the kind of president you want. Do you want to be like, a fucking, like a dad like Donald Trump, where it's like, who like, Don Jr. and Eric Trump, they're like, my dad's cool. What fucking grown man thinks his dad's cool? Everyone should want to beat up their dad, right? Who's like, oh, my dad. Nobody over the age of 5 should ever be like, my dad's cool. Like, you can be like, I respect my dad's work ethic, but like, cool? I don't think so. So the fact that like Eric and Don Jr. are like, really cool dad, they suck. But Hunter Biden, that guy's like legit cool. And like that selfie where he's like smoking a cigarette. Let me tell you, like, I honestly was afraid. There was a point in my life where I'm like, I'm way too old to be doing crack. And now like Hunter Biden's like fucking 50 and doing crack. And I'm like, oh, phew, man. He's like, he made it cool. That's like seeing like a guy in his 30s on a skateboard. And you're like, oh, phew, I'm not like trying to hold on to the past. It's about growing old with this thing. Whew, that's my new thing. I'm trying to carve out a little territory as the crack comedian. You know how like there's some comedians that are like, what's up, man? I'm a weed comic. Once Tommy Chong dies, I can finally transition back to like weed comic. But right now it's like, ooh, this is like some uncharted territory. The cool crack comedian. Man, that would be hilarious. My entire fucking, all of my stand-up comedy videos just spiral like my crack addiction until I'm just like, a fucking crackhead. I hope my parents don't watch this. Yikes, what if like they see this and it's like, oh, you thought your nightmare was going back to college, young man, but instead it's gonna be being scolded over Zoom. How about that? Like that's the whole... Oh man, it's like, that's getting yelled at by my parents. That kind of sucks. But like, that's also like, even though like, it's funny. It's like sometimes I'll do like a Zoom show that I think my parents might be watching, and then I won't smoke weed on the Zoom show because like, what if my parents like fucking like actually see me smoking weed? It's one thing that I constantly say I'm smoking weed and I'm constantly high all the time, but they never caught me in action. It's sort of like when a guy's like, yeah, I get laid a lot, but it's like, since we've never actually seen it, there's like a little layer, like suspension of disbelief. But if you see somebody have sex, yikes, that's like confirmation. My parents never saw me have sex. My parents never saw me fucking smoke weed, man. How awesome is that? My parents think I'm a big ass fucking dork. Really, probably. Like that's the whole thing. I'm like, oh, I'm being fucking secretive. They're like, what a fucking loser, man. This fucking my fucking dorky ass fucking kid, man. Just fucking hanging out. Damn, dude. Well, that's cool. Would you guys ever smoke weed with your parents? I don't know if I would. I don't know. But like some people are cool like that. I don't even like getting fucking drunk with my parents, dude. It's a fucking weird and vulnerable. But well, you know what? We'll figure that out later. Damn, maybe you know what? I think like if I had a kid, I would do ketamine with that kid. Wouldn't that be awesome to do a fucking straight up disassociative? What age do you think is okay to start doing ketamine with your kid? I'm gonna say 8. And I'm just throwing that number out there. And you guys can fucking say whatever, but I think at 8 years old, if your kid's old enough to have a sense of their identity, they can lose that shit right away. I'm into it. I just became the fucking damn. I think I might even be cooler than Hunter Biden if I did ketamine with my 8-year-old kid. Everything I say on this Zoom cannot be held against me in a court of law because under the just goofing clause, where it's like, damn, this fucking crackhead's gonna do ketamine with his kid. It's like, oh, none of that was true. Well, you just wasted everyone's time, buddy. All right, bye.
All right, Joe Gorman, everybody. Keep it going. Hey, don't worry, Joe. I don't think anything that you say in the Zoom can be used against you because I don't know if you've heard this or not, but Zoom comedy is not real stand-up.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. I've wasted 7 months, dude.
Anyways, I think I'm not sounding great. I don't know. My internet's wonky or whatever. I didn't reset it before I started the show. Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound
Yeah,
good.
it's not better. It just started out warm.
All right. Just when I tell my jokes, Like, thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. Like, you sounded really shitty earlier. No, I was telling jokes. Oh, that explains it. No? Okay. I don't even know if Marcel's here. Is Marcel Neal in here? Doesn't look like it. All right, you guys. Let's bring up your next comic to the stage. Welcome, Michael Cooper.
Hey, y'all. Well, I hope everybody's doing good. I'm fine. Everything's cool. Listen, I'm very underwhelmed by the election, to be honest with you. I'm doing like the opposite of what people usually do, where like they don't get involved and they don't do anything for the election and then they're upset afterwards. I did all the stuff I was supposed to do and now I'm like, you know? I think it's because it's not like the change I really want. Like, I'm an anarcho-socialist, and I know I don't sound like an anarcho-socialist, by the way. I'm aware that I sound like the bad guy in all the historically accurate movies. I already know that. And for some reason, when I say things like anarcho-socialist, people are like, that's probably bad. That's probably bad. But listen, I think I just think we have to stop talking about socialism and capitalism in terms of good economies and bad economies, okay? I think we should just take some real life examples, you know? No need for all this math. There's simple examples. For instance, whether you live in capitalist America or socialist Europe, you will eventually get old. And when you get old, you will need help with basic things like getting dressed, eating, going to the bathroom, showering. And that's going to happen in both situations, whether in capitalist America or socialist Europe. The difference is that in socialist Europe, the person helping you, whose job it is to help you do all those things, will have good health care and great pay. And in addition, you will have a bidet, which makes their life considerably better. And that's the difference between capitalism and socialism. You get old and die either way. But in capitalist America, when you do get old and get ready to die, you will shit on someone on your way out. Whether you want to or not. And I think this is how we should explain it to like the die-hard capitalist, you know? Mostly because I know that one day, one of the people that I tell this to will take a shift that makes them consider trickle-down economics. Like, all right. Got through that. Listen, I own an acoustic guitar, okay? And I know what y'all are thinking. Surprise, white guy with an acoustic guitar. And that's true. That's a stereotype. I know. Walked right into it. But of all the things white guys do, why is that the stereotype I'm supposed to be afraid of? Like, why is that what you want to ridicule me for? Like, do you want us to have spare time, really? When in all of human history has white men having spare time been a good thing for anybody? You know, you want us busy. Learning an acoustic guitar, it takes time, drives the neighbors insane, you know? Hey, if Christopher Columbus had an acoustic guitar, he'd have gotten off the boat, gotten through one verse of Wonderwall, caught a rock to the head, and then gotten back on the boat all like, you don't understand my art. Look, I understand that Sweet Caroline is a travesty, but let's compare and contrast. We have Sweet Caroline on the one hand, Jim Crow on the other hand. You know, my great-grandfather, he was friends with George Wallace. Now, not the comedian George Wallace. No, not so cool as that. Alabama Governor George Wallace, a segregationist governor. The guy that was so racist, Leonard Skinner called him out in a song for being a bigot and a piece of shit. All right? Okay? You know why my great-grandfather, who was friends with him, didn't get called out in a Leonard Skinner song? Because he had an acoustic guitar, man. Like he was busy, you know? He had shit to do. I'm sorry, George. George, I can't carry those water hoses today. I got to work on this Skinnerd cover, you know? And I'll bet you that is probably where their relationship started to divert. Once a white guy gets an acoustic guitar, they have to learn Sweet Home Alabama. It's a rule, okay? Even if their friend is getting called out for bigotry in it. So next time you're at a party and a white guy walks towards an acoustic guitar that's there, just send them off by themselves with it, okay? No need to ridicule. We don't have to make it bad. You know, and also if they're by themselves with it, that means they're by themselves, you know, but doing something constructive. Who the fuck is scrolling through the dark corners of 4chan in Trump's America thinking to themselves, you know what these young white men need? One less opportunity for authentic artistic expression. You know, we need them to hold it deep down. The fastest way to dismantle white supremacy is to give white guys acoustic guitars. You know why? Like, do you think I think I'm as cool as Nina Simone? All right? Do you think I think I'm a Robert Johnson? Also, it takes up our time, as I mentioned earlier. That's a good thing, too. That's a good strategy. Maybe in the future, we should just start inconveniencing white men as much as possible. Just go slow in front of us in the grocery line and shit. Keep us from having too much spare time. That got like way off the rails. I didn't even warn Sam I was going to bomb this time. This is not your host's fault. He knew I was coming with good intentions and zero execution. Give it up for your host, Sam Medina.
Woo! Woo! All right, keep it for Michael Cooper, everybody.
Yeah.
Michael Cooper. Hey, Michael, don't worry. I'll take it as a permanent warning. Every time, I'll just know.
You'll just know.
I'll
Mike's
just
gonna
know.
bomb.
I'll just know. Yeah, like, oh, Michael Cooper's gonna bomb tonight, you guys. But it's all right. It's all right. You know. I'm just kidding. No, you're fine, man. You're fine. You're good. Okay, let's get this thing going along here. Get it for your next comic, everybody. It's his first time here, so I'm super excited. Get it for Mark Palchik, everybody. Mark Palchik.
Woo! Hi, I'm Mark Palchik. I'm a 70-year-old stand-up comic. Look, there's no need to call the paramedics. I am perfectly capable of standing up without assistance and still telling jokes.
Mhm.
After all, I am younger than the President of the United States, whoever that turns out to be. I live in DC and I love it, except it's getting so expensive. You wouldn't believe what it costs these days to buy a politician. And they're not worth it. You know, DC has a politician that tweeted the Jews control the weather. The Jews, really? We haven't been able to control the weather since we left Egypt the first time. And if we really had that superpower, we just keep New York warm. Nobody wants to go to Florida. I've noticed in my 7 decades on this blue marble that as people age, their preferences change. A young man of 22 dreams of having a mistress who's young and sexy and will dress up like a nurse. An old man of 92 dreams of having a mistress that's an actual nurse. A young man really hopes that his mistress will knock his socks off. The old man hopes his mistress will help him put his socks back on. I have spent my entire life trying to pass as being able-bodied. I'm not typically handicapped. I'm just deaf in one ear. I'm like a used Yugo with an AM radio and a flat tire. I lost all the hearing in my right ear when I was 6 years old, which means that if you're on the right, you do not exist for me. It also means that when I go to death metal concerts, I only need one earplug. And at the symphony, I fall asleep in half the time. Hey, you know what? The fact is, a person with only one ear should never be an air traffic controller. Say again, Flight 242, I didn't hear you. Oh no, not again. Person with one ear can't learn a spoken foreign language. Well, that's what I tried to convince my Italian teacher. I think he bought it, but I never heard. A person with one ear should not be a litigator because America wants blind justice, not deaf justice. Hey, you know what? The human body is an amazing machine. If you lose one sense, it makes another sense much stronger. I was really hoping that I would get great vision so I could read lips. Didn't happen. Nope. Instead, I got a super sensitive sense of smell. This is not a fart joke. I really can tell when something's done by how it smells. Although Limburger is my kryptonite. I can smell a rainstorm coming hours before it arrives, but not a purple rain. I'd have to be able to hear that. And I can tell what you had for dinner. Hey, Joe, please, one word, Beano. All right, that is a fart joke. Sometimes it's a good thing to be broken. When I was 18, I was drafted to go fight in Vietnam. When I went to take my hearing test, the med tech came up to me and said, "Son, did you know you have a hearing problem?" To which I replied, "What?" Best test I ever failed. These days, I just try to pass as not old. Look, just because I'm 70 does not mean I'm old. Old is an attitude, not a number. Well, unless, of course, you've been pushed off that great cliff, lost your job because of your age, in which case it's a short tumble, lose your job, lose your home. Before you know it, you are in death's lobby, Florida. Hey, look, you're not old unless your side piece is your night nurse and your wife loves the help. And I'm not old. I walk my dog every day, twice a day, for 2 hours. Well, it should only be an hour and a half, but that dog stops every 10 minutes so I can pee. Mark Palchik, thank you for the time.
All right, keep going for Mark, everybody. All I gotta say is, if you think Joe Gorman stinks now, try hotboxing with the guy.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding, Joe. Maybe not. Okay, you guys, let's keep this thing going along. Who did I say was next? Oh, I know. Oh, I'm super excited. All right, you guys, let's keep this thing going. Give it up for Sharita, everybody.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm clapping. I'm happy. Hi. I'm just like, yes, excited because I just spent like an hour crying. I'm like, I cry over cartoons. I do. I cry over Big Hero 6. It's just something that I do because it's so sad. I want a fluffy marshmallow man assistant, and I can't even get regular help. So could you imagine losing like your right hand guy, who's just a tiny marshmallow guy? That'd be great. But again, if I was smart enough to create a marshmallow assistant, I would be here to eat 5 people. Yeah. Don't worry. That's not an insult because I was never good at science or math. I know because my back money, very bad. I never have any. And that's not because I shop on Amazon, okay? Wait, is everybody or just, can you hear me okay?
Not really.
Not really, no.
Keeps buzzing in and out.
You're kind of fading in and out a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
like
Maybe
before in the
it
chat.
won't take less internet.
Maybe turn off the video. It might help.
Yeah, maybe.
no,
that does.
turn off the video.
It reduces the bandwidth.
Yeah.
No. Oh, it does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It leaves more bandwidth for the sound. That might
Oh,
help.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my hotspot, so that's not gonna work, guys. the bad part.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not good with money. I can't afford internet right now. So I'm just like, shit. And then I was on my phone earlier, that didn't work either. So I was like, on my phone, on my computer on the hotspot. So it was just like, man, it's like just a bad version of being in like a 21, what's it, Space Odyssey. Just pretend that. Yeah, like I'm in Mars, not really. So I'm planning on going away. My mom called me a space cadet for years. This is perfect for me. So I was like, it doesn't help. Can you at least understand my accent? Like, is that going through at all?
No.
Not really.
No,
Okay,
not
that's
really.
fine. That's perfect. So this is like, I'm just gonna end it right there then. Thank you.
All right, that's Sharita. This is 2020, you guys. Hey, Sharita, I have a question for you before we move on. Before we move on, are you on a hotspot and then your laptop is connected to that?
Yeah.
So you might be better off if you just connect directly through your phone. Because I don't know if the phone is strong enough to power. I don't know how hotspots work, honestly.
Like, no.
Okay, that's whatever.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help. Just trying to help. Sorry. Yes. All right, let's keep this thing going along, you guys. This next comic has the same problem, but his internet is good. He just likes to break up all the time. I'm just kidding. That was trying to be funny, but it didn't really work out. So give the very funny buffering Chino De Leon, everybody.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, no, let me stop. Did I look frozen? I even held my breath and shit on that. What's up, everybody? If you don't know me, my name is Chino De Leon. I'm fat, I'm funny, but I'm mostly fat. But that's by choice because food is delicious and it's my kryptonite. If I was Superman, I'd be like, food, no. I don't know. That's freestyle. I'm not gonna write that down, and it's not written down. I promise. I kind of do stand up at your local bars and pubs, and for the right price, I'll stop. Price is really steep, so think about that. A little bit about myself. I like to date married women. Yeah, I know y'all gonna think I'm an asshole for that, but I don't just date any married woman. I date homeless married women because then I can't be considered a home wrecker. You know? I got morals. You know. I did ask this Jewish girl out a few months ago, and she told me no because her parents wouldn't approve of me. When I asked her, it's because I'm Latino. She said, no, it's not that. I'm like, is it because I'm not Jewish? No, it's not that. I'm like, then what is it? And she looks at me with a serious face and just says, it's because you're fat. I'm like, nice. So that's how my heart was broken. Y'all look so sad right now. I'm just kidding. That's a joke, guys. I'll never... Damn, the depression in some of you's face like became realistic. Like this fat guy got let down like that. Just kidding. That's just. If you haven't been paying attention, I'm fat. That's been the theme so far. I do love weed. I'm from New Jersey, so we just finally legalized weed. Everybody give it up for weed, please.
Right.
Damn right. Just fucking finally. The only thing that sucks about this bill is planting and farming is not part of it. You can't be a civilian and plant your own shit. You still got to buy from them. Hopefully the next bill, you can grow your own shit. Weed is expensive out here, especially if you're in the East Coast. And then I find out the prices y'all pay in the West Coast, and I'll be like, damn, I need to go to Cali today. Sorry, that's just realistic. That's not even a joke. I really want to go. I did write some jokes about unemployment, but I know they're not going to work, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I say that a lot. Trying to get better one-liners. I did write a joke about monogamy, but I'm only going to tell my wife about it. I'm not married, so that joke is gonna be sent for a while. Yeah, man. I do consider myself a cannabis connoisseur. Back to the weed. Sorry, man. Let's go back there. I only consider myself a cannabis connoisseur because I don't like the term crackhead because it reminds me. I mean, pothead. Sorry, I don't like the term pothead. We're live, baby. But no, seriously, the word term pothead just reminds me of the term crackhead. And I don't know about you, but I'll never suck dick for weed. If you didn't laugh at that, it's because you don't know what crackheads do for their crack. So now you know. So now you're learning shit today, guys. You're welcome. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all go with this last one. Why do we always do that? I'm gonna let this last one simmer, you suckers. Are they only called is it only called holy water only until Jesus Christ washes his hands with it? Let that simmer. Think about it. My name is Chino De Leon. I'm at Chino Got Jokes. Hey, Sam, man, I love you, bro. I forgot that I didn't say that. I didn't know you was in the damn room, but I love you, bro.
I got so mad at Chino at Joe's mic, you guys.
All right, Chino.
Except for me. Woo, keep going for Chino, everybody. Coming at you live from the Comedy Store in New Jersey.
Damn right.
Hey, Chino, whatever you do, don't come to California. No, don't. Because I want to stay here. The day that you move to California, I'm moving to Jersey.
Yeah, right. You probably want me to be your roommate. Get out of here.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that's I'm sure I could drag you away from Berto, huh? all right.
Yeah.
No, but for real, they move to California, I'm out of here, man. I'm gone. All right, let's keep this thing going, you guys. Let's bring our next comic up to the stage. Get up for Ana Zaragreva, everybody. Ana Zaragreva.
All right.
Hey guys, what's up? Hi, I'm Anna. My pronouns are you, yours, because that's how conversation works. I used to talk for a living. I used to work in Brooklyn Criminal Court and other courts as an interpreter for foreign defendants. My target language was Russian, so most of my criminal cases involved vodka. My favorite case, though, happened in Brooklyn Housing Court. Two roommates went to court. This is not a joke. This is really what happened. One was trying to evict the other, and in the course of the discovery for the case, it turned out that the evictor thought the evictee was possessed by demons. And she decided to do something about it. And so apparently before filing the eviction lawsuit, she tried to deal with it the old-fashioned way.
Oh my gosh.
Roommate around the apartment, praying and waving a large wooden cross and a vial of holy water. That we all have. Which in my opinion was like a pretty bullshit thing to do, right? Because first of all, even if the roommate was possessed, so what? That's her personal business. Her body, her choice. This is America, you land of the free. You can be possessed if you want. And secondly, here in New York City, tenants have certain rights. You can't just evict somebody for having a religious disagreement with you. And you want to exorcise a demon out of your apartment, that demon needs a 90-day notice. I used to hear a lot of good, colorful language in court, especially from older male attorneys. For some reason, they like to use idioms and sound all folksy. And then I would have to interpret their English idioms to my Russian clients. Like one attorney would say his DUI clients were actually bone dry. Why do we say that? Why do we say something is bone dry? think about it. All of your bones are wet. They are 100% wet. All of them. Even your teeth. If any of your bones are ever dry, something truly horrifying is happening to you. The same guy also liked to call the DA he worked with a one-trick pony. And then why is that even an insult, guys? How many tricks words granted basic respect? It's just a farm animal. It didn't attend Pony Juilliard. Besides, you don't even know what kind of a trick it is yet. What if it's a really good trick? What if the pony can do a backflip? Like, can you imagine seeing a pony do a backflip and going, okay, so that's one trick. What else can it do? I grew up in Russia, as you might have surmised from my accent. I moved to the US when I was in middle school, and I had trouble adjusting because in Russia, we use the metric system. And in America, it's all inches and bushels and gallons and furlongs and hogsheads and other words from the Renaissance Fair. Seriously, Americans, I found out, will use literally anything to avoid using the metric system. They will use hands, horse height. Horses are measured in hands. Like, how tall is this horse? This horse is 16 hands tall. Whose hands? I'm sorry. I don't know, some guys. This horse is 16 man hands tall. And 16 hands equals 5 feet somehow. Also some man. and I guess it weighs, I don't know, 5,000 testicles. And how strong is a horse, right? You'd think it would be one horsepower strong, but it's not. It's actually 15. Like, the maximum output of a horse is 15 horsepower. Now, 1 horsepower is lifting 550 feet by 1 foot in 1 second. 550 feet, that's about 2.5 Newton Gingriches. So 1 horse can lift 37 Newton Gingriches. That's pretty neat. But imagine seeing a horse lift 37 Newton Gingriches and going, okay, that's one trick. What else can I do? All right, thanks, guys.
All right, keep going for Anna, everybody. Hey, so Anna was talking about like people avoiding using the metric system at all costs. So a few years ago, and this is before COVID, I was like trying to go by Celsius because that's the world temperature, you know.
Yeah.
And then Americans just decided to create Fahrenheit, you know. And so I would look at I was like totally pretentious about it though. Like I would look at my phone and be like, hey, and try to bring a conversation, be like, oh, it's this degrees Celsius, and people get so mad at me. I was like the most hated amongst all my friends.
I moved to Texas, right? So the first time somebody told me that it's 70 degrees out, I was horrified. Like, Jesus Christ, we're all gonna die.
And for them, 70 is like a cold day.
Yeah, and then it was like, oh no, that's nothing. Wait till it's 100.
Yeah, wait till it's 170 in August. All right, you guys, let's keep this thing going. Let's bring your next comic to the stage. If I can find the gallery view. Get over the very funny Katie Zane, everybody. Katie Zane.
All right, Katie Zane.
Thanks so much, Sam. Super happy to be here. It's been a weird week, a weird day, particularly for me. I did find out officially today, after having to call 3 times, that I have been declined for disability.
Yeah.
But the most interesting, that's not funny, of course. But like the thing that's really interesting and is funny is that apparently the type of work that I am suited for, while I am disabled, I am suited for unskilled, sedentary labor. And we looked it up, and it turns out voter counting, like an election counter, is an unskilled, sedentary job. So I think I know why it's not going well. They have a bunch of people brain damaged like me doing the counting. You know? They really shouldn't make people with brain damage work or take care of people at all. Like we shouldn't even like if you have brain damage. I say this with love to other fellow people with brain damage. We probably shouldn't be allowed to go out unless escorted, because we don't know what's going to happen. You know, that's brain damage. I do wish this election would end so I could just come already. You know, like I feel like I can't have a proper orgasm until I know. I'm sick of getting edged by the electoral college, you know? And if you laugh at that joke, I know you're a little kinky because most people don't know what edging is. So thanks for outing us with your laughter. So when I was growing up, I was a kid who had really severe hypochondria. Like real bad. Like I used to go to the doctor all the time. I've had like my entire body x-rayed. And I was lucky because this was in the 90s. Before copays existed. And the thing is, like, my parents would take me all the time. It was no big deal to them because it didn't cost them anything but time, and it would make me stop being worried. And now all I can think about is kids nowadays, that they probably just experience like a parent being like, what's wrong with you? No, there's nothing. You're fine. Do you understand how expensive healthcare is? I don't know how many times I have to tell you, we don't have $30 for the copay. You are fine. And the thing is, as a hypochondriac kid who always thought they had cancer, I was very jealous of Make-A-Wish kids. Like, just so jealous of Make-A-Wish kids because they got the cancer that I thought I had and they got the stuff and the trips. So I was, you know, I had weird priorities as a kid. You know, I was my mom's youngest and she cried when she told me Santa wasn't real. It's really not my fault. My mom broke me. You know what I mean? This is not my fault. I have discovered, it's not an invention or anything, but I have discovered a name for something that I really enjoyed during the pandemic. And it's something that I've just grown to call quick pants. And these are any pants that you can just maybe put on with one hand at a moment's notice, you know, if you have to be quick about it. And these pants, you know, might have a drawstring, might have an elastic waistband. They might have been marketed towards elderly people. They might be a step up from hospital pants. But the thing is, nothing is more empowering than able to be pantsless and then pantsed so quickly. You know, like, because I don't know about how you guys live your life, but like I don't like pants, and if I can just like be decent in seconds, that is a superpower. That is a superpower, and quick pants gives me this. So in the beginning of the pandemic, I started smoking cigarettes, and I did this for a couple of reasons. A, it was the beginning of the pandemic, so reasonable time to start smoking again. And then also because I'm stupid, because I think I can stop smoking cigarettes any old time I want. And I've also realized that a lot of people are like this about their racism. Like people think that they can just stop racism anytime they'd like. But I feel like they're on some sort of like racism clock where they're like, well, I'm going to do 2 more racisms and then tomorrow I'm done. I'm going cold turkey off the racism and I'm going to be finished with it. Because I feel like racism is the kind of thing that people think they can deal with tomorrow. You know? Like, yeah, I know I have some stuff to work on, but I can do that tomorrow. You know? It's a problem. It is a serious fucking problem. And on that note, I've been Katie Zane. Thank you so much, Sam, for having me.
All right. Give it for Katie, everybody. So Katie reminded me of something. When I was in elementary school, one of my friends told me that Santa Claus wasn't real. And so I told my mom, I'm like, hey, I don't believe in Santa Claus anymore. And my mom tells me, if you don't believe in him, he won't bring you anything. And so I said, oh, I'm just kidding. I believe in him. And my mom thinks I believe in Santa Claus to this day, you guys. Yeah. He brought me a Walkman last year. All right. I love it. Let's get this thing going, you guys. Get it for the wrong named Pam Escalona.
Woo! Hey, hi you guys. I know I'm not at home right now. I'm doing an open mic in an hour, but yeah, I'm using my friend's iPad. So yeah, I know. You're just like, who the fuck is Joy? I've never heard of Joy. But hey, that's Pam. No, I'm not eating her out, okay? It's just my friend, okay? God. You know I have cerebral palsy. Oh yeah, I have cerebral palsy. Yeah, I can't even suck a cock, okay? But you know, I can get good hand jobs, okay? Yeah, good hand jobs. Just watch out because this hand has muscle spasms, so yeah. How's everybody doing? I know it's a fuck up week, right? I'm not even having my mic tomorrow. That's how fucked up it is. I'm lazy. I don't want to put things out. Fuck this. Election pissed me off, you know. But I'm happy, you know. Like Arizona turned blue. You know, Georgia just is gonna turn blue. You know. I had that song on my mind. You know, Midnight Train to Georgia. You know. I told that to my mom, and my mom said, "We don't have a train in Hawaii. How are you gonna go to the train to Georgia, Mom?" There's a rhetorical, you know. What the hell? I know. And then I can't believe it. Pennsylvania might turn blue. I'm gonna play No Other Philadelphia Freedom for 24 hours. Yeah, I know. Did you know Tina Turner sang that song first? I'm just ranting. Who cares? Anyways, yeah. My dad is no longer with me. With us, he died like 1 week after Trump got elected as president. So on election day, I was drinking my water. And all of a sudden, I was drinking my water. I had a muscle spasm, and then all of a sudden, I spilled water all over my face. And then I kind of noticed that was my dad just freaking ghosting me. And I said, "I get it, Dad. Fuck, Jesus Christ, God, I'm sorry. Your president sucks. Don't like him. Jesus Christ." I know, God, he did that again yesterday. I was drinking like water, and then I spilled water all over myself. I was like, why? Why can't you accept the damn threat? Are you like Trump, not accepting the results? Shit. I know. My dad said, "Fuck off, Pam. That's me. Fuck off. Fuck off, man. Fuck off." I know, yeah, shit. I had a comedian. I think he didn't really saw the real me, and I was like going out. He thought I was on a wheelchair, and I'm like, "Shit, I'm really mobile, you idiot." Jesus. Yeah, he thinks I'm like on a wheelchair. I'm like, "I can't fucking walk, asshole." Yeah. I know. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, and this is the same guy that wants to name a vibrator after me, called the Pat. Yeah. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Pat. So I kind of tweaked it up a bit. It should be called Pam the Cooking Spray Vibrator. Yeah, you don't have to shake it no more. It's already shaken already. So yeah. Where's the vibrator? Anyways. Oh my God, this is a real strange thing. I don't have. Oh, do I have 1 minute left, Sam?
Yes, you have 1 minute exactly.
Okay, well, before I go, WAP has become no other the big sensation, and my favorite lyric of that song, of that rap song sensation is, I'll say it. It's embarrassed. I'm gonna say it in my friend's house. If he eats my ass, he's a bottom feeder. So I just want to know: does ass eaters are bottom feeders? Yeah, I know. Sam, are you willing to eat my ass? I guess not. I gotta ask Athena. I am Pam. That's
Sorry,
my time.
Pam.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Keep it going for Joy, everybody. I think if I was how to describe Pam, where would I not use as Joy? Pam, I'm sorry to turn you down, but I'm vegan, and so just
And he doesn't want to be your sugar daddy.
exactly. I don't want to be your sugar daddy. I know that's the requirement to be your sugar daddy. I don't want to like take that test, you know. Okay, that was weird. Thank you, Pam.
No sexual harassment, Pam.
Exactly.
It was just a question.
It was, yeah.
Jesus, okay, it's just a joke, you guys. Hamza's not gonna eat my ass. Spend a day, spend a day like take a trip to
That's
Hawaii.
true. That's
5
true.
hours and then come look at me, you know. Jesus Christ. I'm like, hey, Pam, I gotta eat your ass. And now I'm being vegan.
All right, keep it up for joy, everybody.
I know, I'll get the fuck out of
That's
here.
what I call some joy right there. What happened?
Oh, wow, there you go. It's a product of New Bern, North Carolina, right there.
Oh, I have the spotlight. It's just being slow. She's Stone Cold Steve Austin with the Pepsi bottle, you guys. All right,
Yeah,
let's keep this thing going along, you guys. Thank you for that reenactment of somebody flying to Hawaii and asking to eat your ass. That was great. I loved it. It kind of made it less awkward for some reason. I don't know.
Legendary.
Why. Okay, let's keep this thing moving along, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that too. Let's keep this thing going, you guys. Get for your next comic. Very funny. Stephanie Knowles, everybody. Stephanie Knowles.
Hey everyone. So my background is very telling of the year 2020 because I don't really like either candidate. You know, I'm the elections. I'm just like, fuck man. So fuck you, fuck you, and you and you. Go suck on a cock and choke on a dick. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You still want to listen?
Fuck you.
Okay.
Because this 2020 fucking sucks right now. Today, story time. This all happened today. I got my inner badass came out today. So I was walking with my fucking, key mandolin or key thingy, that the thing that holds your keys, lanyard. Yeah, that's the word. I was walking with my fucking lanyard in my hand, and it came unclipped, and it fell right in front of Good Relations, the lingerie and dildo store. I'm bending over to pick it up, and this guy walks out of the store and bends over faster than I could bend over, and he picks it up, and I go to grab it, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I appreciate it if you didn't try and steal my things." And I'm like, "What the fuck? No, dude, that's mine. I thought you were about to pick it up for me." He's like, "Don't steal." And he suddenly turns around and walks away with my lanyard, and I sat there for a second, and I was like, "Oh, god damn, I'm losing my fucking favorite lanyard. What the hell? My keys are in my hand." But then something in me fucking snapped. I ran so fucking fast. I caught up with him. He was only a little bit away, but I ran into him so fast that I almost nearly knocked him over and knocked the shit out of his hands. And he was like, "What? She's gonna beat me up. She's gonna beat me up." And I snapped those fucking keys right out of his hands and stormed back. And then later on in the day, I'm sitting and having a beer at the shanty, and I happened to go outside and smoke, and the glass blower saw the whole thing, and he's like, "Oh, now I finally understand." He had no idea what the fuck was going on. Another way the 2020 kind of sucks is I've been eating a lot. I'm bored and I eat, and I get depressed and I eat, and I get anxious and I eat and I eat. So I've decided to try out some new fancy diets. This diet is imported all the way from France. It's called the weed diet. The weed. You only you can only eat brie and baguettes and smoke tons of weed. That's literally the whole diet. brie, baguettes, and weed. My favorite one is called the dollar bill diet. You literally just eat your money. You just eat single dollar bills. I'd say honestly, since you're only spending $1 on each meal, that this is probably one of the cheapest ones you're gonna go with. That wee diet is really fucking expensive, I've got to say. Y'all's favorite diet is the Zoom diet. See, this is a diet in which you can only eat while you're doing comedy or watching an open mic on Zoom. But unfortunately for y'all, you're gonna get really fat because we do a lot of Zoom comedy here. And then the last diet I've got for tonight is the vocaba diet. And man, you literally just eat your words and you're gonna fucking die because your words are really depressing. And well, honestly, if you're only eating words, you're not eating anything. So yeah, good luck. And since I only have 1 minute left, I'm gonna do. It's almost Christmas time. Here's my first Christmas song of the season. Big trucks, little dicks, big trucks, little dicks, big trucks, little dicks, big trucks, little dicks. Hey, look at me, hey, look at me, hey, look at me, hey, look at me. I'm going to rev my engine as I go down this quiet road because my penis is very small. Big trucks, little dicks, big trucks, little dicks, big trucks, little dicks. Thank you, Sam, for having us.
All right, here we go for Stephanie knows everybody.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, I just looked at your middle fingers and all of a sudden I thought they were upside down, but then that's just some of them. I just noticed that. I'm like, whoa, did she just flip her whole background? That's crazy, man. I don't know why I became Joe Gorman for a second either. Okay, you guys, let's keep this thing going along. Let's bring our next comic up to the stage. Go for Paige Stover, everybody. Paige Stover.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks everybody. How's everybody holding up? Hanging in there. I learned something about myself this week. I've been through some stuff, like not really bad stuff, but a lot of stress the last couple of years. Like I had a house, I had to like renovate it and sell it. I had a huge breakup, just like all this shit. Moved, it was crazy. And it turns out that the thing that it takes for me to go from like super stressed out to just like unable to care for myself is actually just electoral uncertainty. All that other stuff, fine. This week I was like, I don't want to shower. Democracy's over. It was, I don't know. Yeah. So I hope you're all hanging in there better than I am. Really, I think the one thing that this pandemic has really brought home to me personally is I have never been so tired of my own fucking face. All day on these fucking Zoom calls, just like enough, just get rid of it. Although I did figure out why people have stopped asking me when I'm gonna have kids, so that was depressing. So I had to start a new facial regime now since I'm on camera 24/7. I started with those like the wipes, just like the disposable wipes. But then I found something else. Now I just every night wipe my face with a wet $20 bill and throw it out. It's definitely working though. Like I have more energy. Oh, that might be the cocaine. And I definitely feel younger every time I look at my bank account balance. It's like I'm 20 years old again. It's just fantastic. Yeah. I did actually, on the politics side, I did actually just become a socialist. It's a tough decision for me. Like I grew up in like upper middle class family and like all that. And so, saying that I don't want any of those privilege markers is kind of a big decision. But when I went to the weed dispensary, I realized capitalism has got to go. There are whole marketing departments for weed now. Like, there used to just be a guy, and he would just bring me weed, and I would pay for it, and then I would smoke it. And now I have to, like, do research and read reviews. I brought weed home and I'm sitting there reading the packaging because I can't get it open. I don't know how actual stoners are opening this because I smoke like twice a month and I can't figure out how to open this shit. So I'm sitting there reading the packaging where it's like, we've formulated this marijuana for maximum relief. Great, maximum relief from my real life. That's what I would like. But I can't get into the fucking bottle. And then when I finally find some professional weed smoker to help me open it, I end up smoking like 2 hits and I'm curled up on the ground in the bathroom crying for 2 hours. I didn't want to get high. I didn't want a total personality rewrite. I miss weed in the aughts when it was like 5% THC and you had to smoke like an entire bag to get high. Get off my lawn. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know how much you guys can tell from the Zoom camera, but I am a fat person. I'm not like a cute, like, oh, I need to get an XL fat person. I'm like the, have you heard of diet and exercise? Fat person, I'm that person. Like, you can only like, if you're gonna say something nice to me, you can only compliment, like, my face. You can't tell me I'm attractive. Just my face is attractive. It's important that I know that. Although I think that's unfortunate because my hair is also nice. But you have to be very specific. So, I'm okay with me being a fat person, but there are places where, being a fat person is not super great. And one of those places, I'm sure you guys all know, you go there, you check in at the desk, you stand in line, you squeeze between all the sheets, and all these people are just glaring at you if you're a fat person. And I always tell myself, you know what? I paid my money. I have every right to be here. I am allowed to eat at the Old Country Buffet. No one is going to get between me and my American right to a salad bar with a side of gravy. But everybody else there thinks they're about to run out of food, apparently. Anyway, I think that's actually my time. Thank you guys so much. You've been great. And thank you, Sam. Thank you, Dina.
Keep going for Paige, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Every time you're on, I always get distracted. Like this time, I was like, is that somebody behind her? Is there somebody behind her on a computer in a different room? Oh, that's a reflection. Never mind. Yeah, that happens. You guys. All right. Let's keep this thing going along. This next comic is very funny. We're actually, you know what? This is a good time to do a plug. I'm doing a show tomorrow evening. It's 5 p.m. Pacific. And this next comic is on it, and there's a few other good comics on it. It's a really good show. I got a Zoom link, so if you guys want to come hang out, it's going to be really fun. It's like an all-star lineup. It really is. So if you guys want to come hang out, let me know. It's going to be really fun. Yeah, I guess I'm not very good at doing plugs, but let's move on. Give it the very funny TL Devaney, everybody. TL Devaney.
Thanks, Sam. Woo! Hey, team. Coach here. Look, we're in the third quarter. The other team has 28. We have 14. I think we all know there's only one way we're going to win this contest at this point. That's to make them stop keeping score. Walk away. That's how we win. That's how we win. I don't know. I don't know how we're making it through this week. I probably should have just be driving through the car wash. Cause does anybody else find the automated car wash, the drive-through car wash, like really relaxing? Like that to me is like the most relaxing thing in the world. Like I think if I could drive through the car wash like for 50 minutes at a time, I could eliminate the need for both massage therapy and psychotherapy. Like what I really want to push the next president for is healthcare coverage so good that it would cover that. I mean, I think the only thing we need to figure out is if that's a pre-existing condition or not. I mean, I swear to God, this car was filthy when I bought it. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying about that. We're up to over 100,000 COVID cases a day, man. That's we're not winning that one, team. We are not winning that one. So I have been sheltering in place and working from home since February 27th. I think I'm gonna make a full year of that by the time we're ever done with this shit, you guys. And I am just I'm getting lonelier and lonelier and more irritable and just fatter and fatter. I'm not here to body shame anybody. I'm just beyond the point where I feel comfortable within myself. Am I doing anything about it? Well, fuck no. Do I feel entitled to be particularly sensitive around the issue? Well, yes, I do. Some of you here know that I am transgender. Some of you do not. I am telling all of you that just so you know that I am feeling personally offended at this point in time every time I hear someone use the phrase trans pass. And as far as the loneliness and irritability goes, I have just gotten to the point where I am arguing with songs that come on the radio. That's what I'm doing. You guys know that song, A Horse with No Name by America? It has that line in it where he goes, there were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. Like, hey, listen here, Mr. Lead Singer of America. That is not how and things works. You don't say and things and then go on to name other specific things. Jesse, the girl comes on, I'm trying to give Jesse a lecture. Hey, Jesse, I don't know if you know this or not, but Rick Springfield is not your friend. Rick Springfield some guy that's been trying to hit on your girl for like 40 years. It's all over the radio. I don't see you doing a goddamn thing about it. I don't know if you know this or not, but there are actually two popular versions of the song I Say a Little Prayer. One's by Dionne Warwick, one's by Aretha Franklin. Now, the Dionne Warwick one never prompted me to argue with it, but the Aretha Franklin one came on the radio the other day, and there's that line that goes, I run for the bus steer, and I just go, no, you don't. Because if there's one thing I'm sure of in this whole godforsaken world, it's that Aretha Franklin never ran after any goddamn bus. We just got done with Halloween, and Halloween has never been my holiday. My conservative Christian mom kind of ruined that for me by being the mom on Halloween that was passing out religious pamphlets instead of candy. You know, and I've never been gender conforming, so just imagine this at 12 years old, also being the kid whose mom was handing out religious pamphlets on Halloween. Because that just got taken out on me. Hey, maybe if you weren't so queer, your mom wouldn't have to hand out Bibles on Halloween instead of candy. Hey, maybe if you weren't so queer, my mom wouldn't have to give you a Bible on Halloween. Think of that, buddy? Hey, thanks, you guys. I'm feeling great.
All right, give it up for everybody.
All right, DL.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Hey, so the last two comics talked about how fat they were. I feel personally attacked. I do. This one time, this guy called me up and he offered me a job, and I was like, "Oh, hey, did you find my resume online? Do you think I'm a perfect candidate for your job?" He goes, "No, I just want somebody here who's fatter than me." I was like, "Oh man, that hurts." I took the job though, you guys. I'm trying to lose weight, and when you trying to lose weight and stuff, you're on a diet, right? My wife has me on this diet. She told me that Sundays can be cheat days. So Sunday, I'm looking forward to having a hooker.
No.
When you're trying to lose weight, though, it's good to set goals for yourself, So I decided that my new Target shirt size is Target shirt size. I like that joke because it's for the fat people in the room, right? The skinny people are like, Target has many shirt sizes. Sure, they do, but none of them fit me. All right, let's get this thing moving along, you guys. Let's bring up your next comic. Get up for Cody Webb, everybody. Cody Webb.
Woo! Yes, I am Cody Webb. I look like if mayonnaise had feelings. It's true in more ways than one, actually. I'm often found on sandwiches. I should never be taken to the beach. And I've been linked to several outbreaks of salmonella poisoning throughout the Pacific Northwest. All right, that last one isn't true. I made that one up. The only reason that's in there is because I read the entire Wikipedia page on mayonnaise, trying to get a third bit for this joke. That was the best I could come up with. Like, my jokes may not always be funny, but they're well researched. I think if you took somebody from the 1980s and brought them to today, the thing they'd be most confused by wouldn't be Trump or smartphones or COVID. I think they'd be most confused by how much the word radical has changed. Like, if you think about it, it's gone from very positive to very negative very quickly. Okay? We've gone from radical bra to radical Islamic terrorism in the span of 35 years. And I don't know how that happened. Makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if any of my generation's terms are going to be co-opted by the news. Am I going to turn on CNN in 2055 and hear, breaking news tonight as a group of on-fleek hackers have taken down the electrical grid in Ecuador. The resulting panic caused a coup, and government officials were yeeted out of the Capitol building. Officials from around the world were quick to condemn the event, calling the attacks savage AF. Yeah. Speaking of the past, you remember that weird time in the late 2000s where the main thing that was complained about millennials was participation trophies? Like, that was the main issue. Oh, man, I don't know what was up with that. I never understood. Because, like, I never gave a shit about participation trophies. Like, even when I was a kid, I was like, oh, hey, this is neat. Stop caring about 12 minutes later. But for some reason, every boomer seems to think that that's the reason I became soft. And I'll have you know, I became soft for unrelated reasons. Due to taking antidepressants at a very young age and also having no testosterone. I have the testosterone of an 85-year-old man, and doctors cannot figure out why. It's not a joke. That's my real life. If anyone knows a good endocrinologist that might be able to help me out, hook me up. Okay. Anyway, participation trophies. Let's get back to the topic. If you treated anything else with the same amount of hatred that participation trophies got, like with kids' sports, you would look like a monster. Okay? Imagine this. You're a fourth grade soccer coach. Your team plays hard, but they end up losing by 1 goal. The team comes over, sad because they lost, but excited because they know there's going to be snacks. You come over with the big snack thing, you look at them, and then toss the entire snack thing into the garbage, light a match, set the garbage can on fire, and tell them, orange slices are for winners! The real world isn't gonna give you orange slices when you lose. If you want to get orange, like, no, at some point, the fact that you're angry about orange slices is gonna be more damaging than giving them orange slices. No matter how much you think orange slices are bad. I don't know. It's ridiculous to me. Makes me want to put out a restraining order on you on behalf of all children. I mean, the only way I know how to do that is by making you a sex offender, but I'm sure, I hope there's another way. But I've got connections. I'm sure I can figure that out. I don't know what that means. I'm still figuring out an end to this joke. I don't know how to end not on I want to falsely accuse somebody of being a sex offender. It's not a great way to end a joke, so hopefully I'll figure it out at some point. Anyway, that is my time. I've been Cody Webb. Thank you so much.
All right, give it up for Cody, everybody. You better clap.
Woo, Cody!
Go,
Cody! Go, Cody!
I think he's getting heckled, you guys. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Birdo could just
Stop flirting with him.
He's getting Berta.
Birdo, you're flirting too hard, damn it. It's too hard.
Rein it in.
All right, you guys. This next comic coming to the stage. He is the fastest gunslinger in the Old West. Get it up for Jesse James Gettings, everybody.
All right.
Woo!
That's not him.
I'll just leave it there. I'll do my set like this. Leave it.
Okay, start.
Where'd he
I'll
go?
what you're saying.
Jesse, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Hey, what's going on? Give it up one more time for your very professional host of the here at the Hypothetical Comedy Show.
I missed, okay.
Fucking Sam Medina. Oh God, bunch of good stuff going on tonight. All you guys have been great. I'm just gonna roll right into it. So my wife just found out she's pregnant. Woo! Fuck yeah, right? And she's super excited, man. I keep seeing her post pictures of baby clothes on her Instagram and talking about names on Facebook. And honestly, this is the happiest I've seen her since she left me 3 years ago.
Oh my God.
I'm over it. It's not a big deal. I just hope for the best. You know, I'm just praying they have an abortion. Oh, no, but I do. I've got kids, and people think it's hard to be a parent. You know, a lot of my friends without kids ask me, they're like, you know, it's got to be hard to be a parent, right, Jesse? I don't know. I haven't seen my kid in 6 years. It's probably hard to be a good parent. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of work. You know, for me personally, the hardest part of being a parent is when the Harris County Sheriff shows up to your door and arrests you for 7 years of unpaid child support. I always hear people say, if you're not around, you're not really a parent. Okay, try telling that to the judge. My ex-wife, man, she's such a loser. My ex-wife, she did a bunch of meth and got knocked up by some deadbeat in the back of a tractor trailer. Fucking miss that truck. Anyways, I just found out what a GIMP was. You guys ever heard of that? You know what a GIMP is? I had no clue. I'd never heard of a GIMP. I asked my friend, I was like, what the fuck is a GIMP? She's like, you don't know what a GIMP is? It's a sub. I was like, a GIMP is a sub. All right. It just confused me more. So I called Subway. I'm like, hey, yeah, can I get 1 6-inch GIMP? And so Peter Dinklage shows up at my door, right? I'm not making fun of him. He drives for Uber. Uber XL. L is for little. Oh God, let's switch over here. So my parents are also really bad at relationships. They're horrible at them. My mom told me the hardest thing about her leaving me behind as a small child was learning how to do cartwheels. Oh, God, I'm just kidding. She told me and my loser father to never contact her again. So I never understood how she thought the guy was a loser. Like, everyone knows my dad was a major during the Vietnam War. Yeah, he was a major heroin addict, but that counts for something, right? Oh God, I'm glad my parents, they got divorced. I got divorced when I was a kid, and you know, I've never seen my mom exude such radiance. That's the second reason that she got cancer. I'm just glad she got cancer instead of remarried a third time. Now she's finally beating something. Yeah. It's not looking good though. Mom's not much of a fighter. All bark and no bite. My stepdad easily could have beat cancer into a third marriage. Oh my God. I'm kidding. I was actually born into a very loving, extremely poor, hardworking family who did the best they could. And I never let that stop me from becoming the loser you see in front of you. Oh yeah. Obviously, I'm kidding. My parents are horrible people. They always had double standards for us kids. Like, for example, my brother served 2 years in Afghanistan, and all of a sudden he's our family hero. But I served for 2 years at an Applebee's, and I'm a fucking loser. Lord. Now I have my own kids, and the other son, I have my own kids. I've got a 2-year-old son, and the other day my boy told me, he said, Dad, I think I want to be a cop when I grow up. And that's crazy because, like, I had no clue he was racist. Just not the sharpest kid. I actually caught him brushing his teeth in the toilet bowl the other day. And I swear to God, if that kid doesn't stop using the good water in this house. All right. I'll leave you on this one, guys. As an adult, I'm fiscally Jewish, but morally I'm pagan. And every day for breakfast, I'm agnostic. Thanks a lot, Sam.
Give it for Jesse Giddings, everybody. Hell yeah. Boom. Hey, welcome back. It's been a while since you've been here, so I'm glad you came back.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Zoe, my favorite part about that was your reaction. I accidentally smiled at you. Yeah.
I'm very funny.
Yeah, you are very funny. Yeah. You work on the fly, too.
I'm doing my own introduction.
Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
No, that's your job. You get paid to do this.
Oh, damn it.
You get paid?
Man.
Oh, shit.
Trying to go
Can't be balling, bro.
Trying to go outside.
I
and
did
take
it.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right. Hey, it's the infamous return, since you guys saw her about 5 minutes ago, of Zoe Proval, everybody. Give it up for Zoe.
Yeah.
Oh, here I am. Lamps are expensive. Have you guys noticed that? This is not the right light. This is not going to do. I seriously broke my lamp. Can I show you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
And all the glass, my room, I redecorated it, so it's been kind of unpleasant to be in. So I haven't been doing Zoom mics lately because of that, which is the same excuse as being like, I don't like that venue. I don't want to be in there. I'm sure I could go to the living room, but it's like all the way across town, and I was like gonna drink a little bit tonight. I did my set earlier. Can we just leave it at that? I liked it much more with the lights off. I was thinking about moving home in with my parents, but I'm afraid to tell them that I got a PlayStation. Never allowed to have one growing up. And what they'd be more embarrassed about is that I'm really into Fortnite. Does anybody here play Fortnite? That's the real reason that I'm here. I need some kind of squad. I'm scared to talk to internet strangers. That really got in me as a kid. I know they're all children, and I'm the weird adult, but I don't want to go and talk to internet strangers who are playing Fortnite. I voted in the same place where I went to emo night. It was a venue. It was a dance venue. And it made so much sense. It was this place I would go to feel like young and dumb and have a good time. And it was the exact same thing. It was the exact same experience. I love it. I wear a lot of florals. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to talk about how I'm fat. I just want to say I wear a lot of florals to indicate that I'm blooming. I'm blooming. I really could have written, I really set myself up for failure when I introduced myself by saying, I'm funny. And now I've had to talk in that voice the whole time. And that was really all I wanted to do. So I'm going to leave now. Thank you. Bye.
All right, Zoe, everybody.
All right, Zoe.
She really did leave you guys. Hey, Zoe, I want to say, I like your closet door. It looks like a giant birthday present.
Thank you. The other one fell off. It's driving me crazy.
That's a good place for it. All right, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, let me see. All this fun, I forget who was next. Okay, let me get back to hosting this shindig, shall we? Intermission time, you guys. Intermission. I'm just kidding. Get ready for your next comic, everybody. Ashwin Chanda, everybody. Ashwin Chanda. My internet's really bad.
All right.
Hello. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fair warning, I wrote most of this today, so we'll see. But Do you guys have that friend that really likes being angry, and whenever you go up to them and you're mad about something, they get so much more mad about it that now you have to spend an hour of your time and patience calming them down when all you wanted to do was be mad about it in the first place? So that's how I feel when white people come up to me and get mad at racism at me. And I'm like, excuse me, why don't you let me be mad about this? Like, I would appreciate some objectivity from you here, given that this does not affect you in the least. I think getting mad with me is easier than admitting that you might be complicit in my upset. So that's the reason. But people get mad, bro. But we all do it, right? Because I think we're learning that it's fun to get mad. Like, anger dumbs down other emotions in the same way that alcohol kind of does. It's like being drunk. So when you don't want to feel sad or helpless or vulnerable, you just get mad instead. But it's also got the same hangover the next morning where you wake up and you're like, what was I yelling about last night? And then you have to go around apologizing to people like a 12-step program. Like, I'm so sorry about my anger. But everybody's getting like really trigger happy with their like emotions, and like you can see it in the way people understand or accept insults. Like, I was talking to my best friend Kendra the other day, and we were just making fun of each other for no reason. And we were throwing insults back and forth, and she ended it with like, you know what, your mom ... And I was like, what is the second half of your insult? It's like, because it's just like ... It's kind of like, oh, the second half you imagine. I'm like, so I have to do all the work. Like, I'm coming up with what to get mad about. I'm the one getting mad. What are you doing? Like, I feel like I could get mad all by myself without you here. Like, if you're going to be so lazy as to not insult me, how about I just not get insulted? It's funny too because Kendra is like one of those, like, she's my best friend, but she's got that like whimsical zest to life with no suffering that only white people tend to have. And like she just like spontaneously bursts into accents that she thinks are funny in the car with me. Like, she just enjoys life so much. And it's funny sometimes, but other times it's like I'll be talking about something and she'll just spontaneously burst into like a British accent, like, haha, that's funny. And I'm like, Kendra, it's hard enough for me to explain to my mom why my best friend is a white girl that I'm not having sex with. The last thing I need in a confined space with a white person is to hear the sounds of my colonizers. I make fun of Kendra, like Kendra's husband and her, because they're Jewish, and her husband is a bad driver. So she told me this story where they were driving together, and she was going to school, and she wasn't like dressed very well, and she got scared because he was driving recklessly, and she went, "Ben, I swear to God, if I die in these clothes, I'm going to kill you." And I was like, that's kind of funny if you think about it. Like, she dies, then he dies in the same accident, and they both get to heaven, and she's waiting there, like at the gates for him, wearing the same outfit. Like, well, look who it is, Mr. Smarty McBad Driver Pants. Like, you could have told me to wear a tasteful two-piece, but no, it had to be the sack up top with those booty shorts with the word cowabunga across the bottom. Fuck you, dude. Then her husband's like, Kendra, I thought there were supposed to be pearly gates in heaven. Where are the pearly gates? And Kendra is like, well, funny story. We're Jewish. And But we only get in heaven what we sacrifice on earth, because heaven is a perfectly utopian society, so we don't have any need for those things. So if you sacrifice stuff on earth, we get it here in heaven. So we were kind of hoping you would send pearls, but apparently as a Jewish person, we think what's worth sacrificing every time a person is born is the top 5% of their dicks. We were kind of hoping for pearls, but that's not what you sent. So it turns out the pearly gits are quite a bit fleshier than you would imagine. Have a good night. Thanks.
All right, keep going fast with everybody. Yeah. Let him hear. Hey, you wrote those today. Those are really good, man.
Thank you.
Good job.
That's a good dick joke.
Yes, because we need more of those in the world.
More dick jokes, less dicks. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's a good slogan. Should make that into a T-shirt. All right, you guys, let's keep this thing going along. This next comic, he got off work early, so he's gonna fill in a spot for us. Give it up for the very funny Ivan Rodriguez, everybody.
Woo. What's up? Thank you. This is not plugged in. Also, I gotta follow that. What the fuck? God damn it. And he's fucking handsome too. That's not fair. Yeah, Medina, you fucking scallywag. No, I am here. I suppose I had a catering gig earlier, which was cool because I had a job interview the day before that, and I thought I was crushing it. You know, interviewed, got there 5 minutes early, and the guy that actually waves me in. It's a Japanese ramen joint, so I should have known better. But I get there 5 minutes early thinking I'm doing, the Japanese code. I'm honoring their time. I get there 5 minutes early, and I go in, and it's this dude, it's a little peanut butter cup. It looks like the fucking keyboard player for Boris. Just this beautiful Japanese woman of a man. But he's younger than me. I'm 37. This kid was easily 24. Just had the big pumpkin pie haircut. The glasses. I was oh, made me wait for 30 minutes in a room with a camera. So neurotic piece of shit ass. I just think I'm there's some Japanese test going on. So I'm you know what, man? Just put your phone down, put it upside down, put your hands. I'm basically meditating. And I'm you know what, man? They're just trying to look for strength. They're trying to see how you adapt, see if you get rattled. Nope. The meeting just ran late. The meeting just ran late. So I picked up a catering gig today, but I'm glad to be here. It's really cool doing these Zoom mics. These are fun. Give it up for yourselves. It's very amazing. Give it up for yourselves. It's very amazing seeing so many people work so hard to use their face muscles to pretend to care at certain intervals. For this long. It's dude, I've done enough where I can just see it was we all do the motions and go, oh, ah. Of course. And then there's always that one guy with that really loud laugh, he's fucking getting tickled in the tummy. I love that. But it'd be rad if there. Trust me, I got 12 of them. My Uncle Ricardo, if he was here, just that would bring the house down like a fucking Mexican Ricky Gervais, but it's Ricky Gervais. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking alcoholic. I love him. He would be great in the audience here. But yeah, I moved here from LA. I'm from the South originally. I'm from the South, so of course I'm dating a white woman. But it's crazy because she's definitely a country girl, but she's not from a racist redneck family, which is awesome. Because again, I'm a Mexican guy named Ivan. I've dated country girls. You show up, you knock on the door for dinner. The racist dad opens the door Ivan, you ain't. No, I'm Mexican, sir. I'm Mexican, sir. Somehow I'm check raising him with good news. No, it only gets worse from there. No, but it's actually worse because she's a bougie white girl. She's from the kind of white people that have perfected the dinner party for 25 years. That's a special kind of white people. They have an itinerary for appetizers. You know what I'm saying? The first time I went to a little family function, my girls are gonna be oh my God, it's 2:25. Are you ready? Shit, I don't know. No, it's 2:25. Are you ready for devils on horseback? I thought the fucking clan was coming. Turns out they're delicious. Sweet hors d'oeuvres and but the worst thing is she's kind of a woke white woman, so she's not racist, but it turns out apparently I'm racist. I didn't know. Apparently, I'm the problem. In her words, I didn't realize I was quote unquote ignorant as shit. I'm telling you, until I met her, I was using the words Arab, Persian, and Muslim interchangeably. Like, they're not. Also, until I met her, I didn't realize you're not supposed to say the word gypsy anymore. I had no idea. I had a pack of chicken breasts in the fridge for 2 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make some chicken enchiladas. She was like, yeah, can you kind of mix it up? Maybe do something different. I'm getting kind of bored of enchiladas. I'm like, oh yeah, I could take it like an Asian route. She's like, what kind of Asian? Southeast Asian, Pan Asian, Korean, Japanese? I'm like, fucking soy sauce, babe. What do you want from me? It's been a tough year. Cut me some slack. But I'll leave you with this. But I know that I love her so much, and I know that, like, you know, I'm lucky to have her. You know, she's got such a good soul, you know, and like she has just a really good heart, and I've got like 12 types of diabetes. So I know I'm punching up, you know, I'm lucky to have her. But I know she's a great soul, because I'll just look over sometimes and she's just crying. And I don't know why she's crying. She's on her phone. All of a sudden we're like, you know, having a hang and like watching TV, and then she's just pouring like, I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? She's like, yeah. And they're just like really sweet animal videos. But they're so like, it happens like 4 times a day now. So now I just like look over, and if she's like pouring out like, I'm like, dude, did Uncle Lester die? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, are you just watching a video of like a puppy trying on a diaper for the first time? And she's like, no, it's a baby lamb trying a diaper on for the first time. A baby lamb? His name is Barry. A baby lamb named Barry? Is he okay? Yeah, he's a special sweet boy. He's brave. Jesus Christ. You know what? Let me go to Jack in the Box for the coffee. You stay inside. You might be too tender for the world. Thank you much, everyone. This has been great. Thank you so much. Sam, thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
All right, Ivan.
Everybody. All right. Let's keep this thing moving along. You guys, this next comic, she's really awesome, really funny. She runs 2 shows a week, on Sunday and Tuesday, under the Savage Henry banner. And speaking of Savage Henry, you know, a lot of these clubs are closed down right now because of shelter in place, and they're struggling and stuff. And Savage Henry is struggling a little bit. They're having some problems in the danger of closing down. They do have a GoFundMe page on their page, which is you know, on Facebook at Savage Henry Independent Times. If you can, head over there. You know, donate them a few bucks. Help them stay alive, because they're an important part of our California comedy community. And if you can't, you know, maybe share it or something. You know, get the word out there. And let's keep them going, you guys, because they're awesome. All right, you guys. Let's keep this thing moving along, you guys. This next comic, she's very funny. Get it for Paula, everybody. Or not to say Paula.
Hello.
Woo, Paula.
Hello. Can you see and hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. First of all, I gotta give it up to the host man and the house and all the people who helped make it awesome. You guys are great, and you give me a lot of my free money's worth, man. So fucking thank you. Like, this is great. I've never been so cool in such a long time. You know, like, man. You see, I've been locked up for a very long time. I know you can't tell that by looking at me, because trauma is too easy to hide. But I'm a parent, you know, so I'm living that penitentiary life. It's super dumb. So now I try to help people avoid it for themselves, you know? Because how come they don't put pregnancy on the list of STDs? How come? Does anybody know? You see, back when I was young and dumb and full of a lot of bad ideas, I never caught an STD because I was educated. Okay? I wasn't educated on the pitfalls of making your own prodigy. So fucking dumb, you guys. So fucking dumb. Yeah. And I didn't think things could get worse. You know, I'm Native, so I'm used to being oppressed. I'm female, so I've been oppressed longer than I've been Native. You know, it's a hard life. You know, I had my kids, but they weren't bastards because I did that right. You know, I married their dad. I went to college, so I'm not stupid. And then the pandemic happens, and I think, well, I'm a nurse, I'm educated, we can handle this. You know, me and the kids, I actually enjoy my kids' company, so I figure, hey, how bad could it be? And then they made me a teacher. Dirty cock-sucking sons of bitches. Can I fucking tell you? Oh my God, you guys, it's so bad. Like these Friday mics are like my personal welfare check. You know, like if I can pop up and look good enough that, you know, there's no scars, the fucking trauma, I'm telling you, it needs to be less hideable. You know, people need to fucking support each other. Life's hard. Yeah, so I figure when the school thing happened, you know, I can handle it. You know, it's a time to shine. And I'm not going to look as dumb as these kids do. That's my number one rule. Yeah. I'm batting whatever the good average is, you know, and we're doing the school thing. And can I tell you, I'm so grateful that my youngest niece learned how to read before she got to me. Fuck, man. You got fucking tender mercy, that is. Because could you imagine a kid not believing it, like PH means F? You know, like be a big old fucking fight and you know, you can't spank him anymore, so don't listen for shit. You know, so dumb. So bad. So I have to teach my my nieces are 11 and 7. I don't like to say 7 and 11 because they're not that convenient. You know what I mean? Too much. Yeah. And I didn't fuck for these, so it's all gratis work. You know, it's like so hard. But my youngest, she's got to do this math homework, and she's got to roll a dice and add it by itself. So if it's a 4 that she gets, she's got to add 4 plus 4 makes 8. Easy, right? Well, she's discovered that she's a little drama actress, and I'm getting cameras installed this next week to bust them and make them see their bad fucking behaviors because I can't spank them. I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna shame them to hope that it stops. Can't look as dumb as the kids do. Can't look as dumb as the kids do. So this baby, she finally does her homework. She gets the page done, and all the problems are wrong. And it hits me. Oh my God, my baby's got a dumb aunt. Like, how can I not teach her to add? But what had happened was, this is a Paula problem. The baby multiplied them. 7-year-old. 7-year-olds aren't supposed to do multiplication. So how do I get the fucking number to gate? I'm a new teacher. Nobody gave me the fucking number. Like, got a fucking genius on my hands, god damn it. Oh, it's all right. It'll be okay. I got a really bad sign a few weeks ago too, guys. I was in a gas station in the middle of fucking nowhere out in the mountains. You know, it's like podunk, you know, fucking way out there. And my cash register lady, you can tell she's been a lifelong resident because, you know, she looks like she's married to her brother. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, you know, but she was selling these candied crickets, and I thought she was full of shit, you know, like, why are you selling candied crickets? And she's like, the elites, they're trying to get us to see bugs as food. I'm like, what the fuck? But then I got to thinking, you know, you never know where a prophecy's coming from. Remember Trelawney and fucking Harry Potter? Which was crazy, but she was spitting the truth, you know. So I got nervous. So I went and signed myself up for a farmersonly.com account. Because I'll suck a dick before I eat a bug. That's all I know nowadays. All I know. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a good night. Stay safe. Wear your mask.
All right, Paula. Keep it for Paula, everybody. Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. I like your skeleton in the back. Are you a pirate now?
That's the home crafts and arts I have to do as a teacher now.
Nice. Looks good. Good job.
Oh, you made that. Oh.
My niece made that.
Aww.
And she made me show it.
Nice. No, it looks good. It looks good. I thought it was authentic pirates, so
Very
tell her
cute.
good job. All right, you guys. Hey, I just want to say if anybody needs to go to the bathroom, now is probably a good time because your next comic is Uncle Vic.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Sam. My kidney thanks you too, USOB. Yeah. Pick on the 55 and over crowd. I get it. I get it, Sam. I get it. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm Uncle Vic. How was your week?
Woo.
Mine was pretty eventful. I'm like a lot of us here, I'm cautiously optimistic as to the decision on the future leader of this country. I got a pretty good sense, but I'm still until it happens. I'm kind of on edge. You know. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. I mean, I just want it to be another 2000s again. But anyway, let's talk about something else. Something fun for a change. I was thinking, Pam earlier was talking about Philadelphia Freedom as her theme song. If Philadelphia turns blue, I was thinking my theme song was I Can See Clearly Now in 2020. But then COVID came because I've been thinking about this for a while and kind of muddled things up. But I still think we have a chance for that to be a good song. Either that one or Dancing in the Streets by this weekend. I know I will be dancing in the streets once I hear the right news. And then I'm going to run back in the house again before I get shot because my block, there might be somebody who might be on the other team. I'm not sure. I don't care to find out. Anyway, I'm Uncle Vic. My dad was a Dago. My mom was a Ho. Well, my dad's Italian. My mom's Native American, Navajo, that is. So I'm the youngest of 6 Wapahos. All I can say, guys, is Thanksgiving is going to be very different this year in my family, as the majority of my siblings are Trump supporters. Basically the party got them through the religion card, and this whole abortion, thing, bullshit. Just whatever. It is what it is, So I don't know. I think based on that, I think I am going to take up that job. I don't know if I mentioned I'm unemployed right now. Got laid off just about a month ago due to COVID. But I looked into it. I think I'm going to become a DoorDash driver. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start on Thanksgiving Day, and I'm going to DoorDash to my sister's house, pick up the food, and come back home and eat it. I don't trust them since they're going to be really that their boy lost and that my guy came in. I could just see it now. Just hey, can you pass me the potatoes? Excuse me, Tress. Can you? Hello. I mean, just seething mad. I don't know. I just had a feeling it's going to be a very difficult conversation that night. I don't know, but let's just see what happens. I don't know. I was thinking about that. If this whole COVID thing continues, which it obviously is going to, we're going to have a lot of Zoom events happening. Zoom holidays. Zoom Thanksgiving. Just watch what everybody else is eating on their Zoom cameras. Oh, what is that? Oh wow, look at that! You put marshmallows in yours. Wow, I didn't think of that. Hey, you put marshmallows in yours. No, I'm not muted. I don't give a shit if she hears me. Anyway, I just, I can see that happening. Zoom Christmas. Oh, look what I got. Wow. I've always wanted one of these things. Yeah. What'd you got? You got the car that you wanted. Wow. Look at that. Oh, mute. Okay. Stuff like that. That's going to be happening. What else did I want to talk about? I wrote some other things down, but shit, I don't know. I do have a roommate from hell. She's really, she's not home right now, thank God. But when she is here, she makes my life a living hell. I said, look, Mom, please just take it easy, okay? I gave up my allowance for this shit. You get the master bedroom. I don't understand what the problem is. What else I want to mention? I know, Sam, 1 minute. I know. I recently quit smoking. I told myself I would only smoke after sex. And my sex and my lungs are so clean right now. And unfortunately, I'm not bragging. So I think I'm going to yield my time to Sam and Athena. Thank you guys for doing this. And thank you to all my fellow comics for providing a great source of inspiration. Thank you guys. Be safe.
All right. Hey, guys. He upgraded. He times himself now.
I did.
All right. So, sometimes I feel like when you're a comic on Zoom and you're not timing yourself, it's like having unprotected random sex, right? Sure, nothing could go wrong. It could be fine. It could be great. But also, you could run the light and end up with syphilis.
Sam?
Oh, shit. Okay.
I didn't realize it worked that way.
That's like my COVID test. That was my anal COVID test I got the other day, but I won't talk about that.
You just did.
Sam, can I ask you a question?
I think you just did. Okay, you guys. Let's get rid of Uncle Vic. Let's go to the next comic. All right, you guys. This next guy, he is super awesome. He's the the leader of the displaced comedians group. He made our little thing that we look at and we go to him. Give it up for Nico Lukoff, everybody!
I quit today, by the way. I made everybody admins. It's fucking Hunger Games for everybody now. Just have. I've had a boring day. I don't know about anybody else. It's kind of a boring day. I look forward to these Friday night Zooms, as you guys know us. I talk about this a lot. There's a bunch of awesome Zooms, including this one here. Have a really good time on. But tonight, I was doing something a little different. It would make me kind of upset. I'm gonna make you hear about it for a little while. Yeah, it was fucked up. Like something I hate dealing with. Look. I ordered pho with tofu and no meat. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a Sam or a Theta, but I like the tofu because their meat kind of sucks at this place. But the rest of it tastes fucking great, and they fucked it up. And I was really pissed about that. And I was dealing with that all goddamn like hours. I don't know what you guys were up to. Everyone wants a name. They're like, say a name. Name this person. Say a name. Because everything was better with the name. You want a fucking name? You want a fucking name? You want a name? Listen to this name. Don't forget it. Nick Dees. You guys know Nick Dees, this piece of shit comic? Actually, he's a really good comic, a really cool guy. But here's what he fucking did. This is the bullshit he did. He messaged me. He had the audacity. He didn't ask. I did not consent to this. He sent me a message. And it's yesterday. And it said, Nico, I think it's pretty cool, this group you made. Did you think it was going to be like this big? It's pretty fun. We were chatting like, oh, man, thanks. I'm happy you're part of the group and you're enjoying it. And we continued to talk about how it's really wild how there's so little drama. If you want a fucking name of somebody who kicks the group, Nick D's, Burn in Hell. I love you, buddy. Hope I see you soon. There's your fucking name, because you can't control your goddamn selves. I sat in a chair the other day. It was tall. It was uncomfortable. Uncomfortable on this tall chair. I put a pillow on it. Helped out a lot. Just needed a stool softener. Because it was a stool. And stools also shits. And a stool softener is what you take so you can shit better. And a pillow on a stool makes it softer and makes it more comfortable. Just thought you should know. Thought you might want to know. I don't know. I like that bit. I think it's got legs. Because stools have legs, not the poop. That's I never actually thought about that part. Stools have legs, the wooden ones. I don't know. I like this bit. I think it's solid. Solid like a poop and solid like a chair. That's solid. I got 2 more minutes, everybody. This is going to be fun. Let's some other stuff I've already told you all. I got busted in high school for selling weed. Woo, yeah. Because you're not supposed to do that there. You're supposed to do that there. Look, I made the same mistake that a lot of passionate people make. And I just ruined my favorite hobby. Yeah. By turning it into a job. There's some comedians that relate. This is a job I obviously wasn't very good at. Like, I didn't go to trade school for this. I think it's kind of learning on the job, on the job training deal. But I just knew that I was supposed to buy low and sell high. I just took that way too literally. Here's what's cool. I was the only Jew in juvenile hall. Yeah. I put the Jew in juvie. Woo. That's kind of fun because, like, in Jew school or Jew stuff I went to, like, there's a song or a story, so like, you're never alone when you say you're a Jew, but like that's not accurate at all in a lot of places. That's not funny. That's okay. I wasn't there for nearly as long as I was supposed to be because some stereotypes are true beyond my obvious privilege here. My parents, they hired a really good Jewish lawyer. Yeah, I was actually really fortunate that they did that. So what he did is he went up to the judge and he said, "Let my people go." They did.
Mazel tov, Chaim, yay, Hava, you're free to Hava, you're still telling deaf. Folks, I'm gonna let you go too. Thank you so much, Funky Sam, and everybody here. Love you.
Woo, all right, Nico. Keep it going for Nico, everybody. All right. I was gonna make a joke about it, but it's not. I don't even want to. I just want to keep going. Okay, you guys. This next guy, he has been doing something very interesting behind the scenes, and I don't know if anybody has noticed this, but he's been a Zoom comedian photographer. So if you guys, some of you may see yourselves on the thread for this mic, and there's some good pictures and there's some really terrible pictures, and there's none good of me yet. So I don't know if that's humanly possible though. So let's keep this thing going. Everybody, give it for Sebastian Smith. Everybody, Sebastian Smith. Good luck taking a picture yourself.
Yeah. What the hell do you mean some of those aren't good? I'll have you know, I've been working really. I just found out how to screenshot on my computer. So
oh shit!
I've been taking these classy grade A photos of everybody.
You full of shit.
As many people as I could. I'm posting them in there. Go ahead and check them out. You guys all
Dirty
would.
I think Paula just found hers.
What?
I ain't gonna get a kid's a stepdaddy now. Damn it.
You guys, you can have full. If you guys want to use those as your Tinder profiles, totally go for it. I think
I'm gonna
that'll
smack
really
you
help
out your
out.
box.
I look angry in mine. I don't know why. I look angry. I don't know
Nico,
why.
you looked angry
the entire set.
Nico, you look like you just ran like 40,000 miles in 30 minutes. Look at your hair. Okay. Yeah, Nico's out here like his favorite like cartoon character, Sonic. He's just got to go fast. You know. Hey, by the way, since we're on this subject, Kirk's been harassing me all night.
Oh, I told him he could.
Sending me messages. He's been asking me to go. He's been asking me if I want to see his Weisner incontinence clamp. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Right? He's just like, check it out. I don't know. So,
wow.
Just want to put that on there. Mark said something earlier about like young men just want women to take their socks off, but they don't want them to help them put their socks back on. And I just had a problem. I don't think that that's right. Like, because I definitely would like a girl who would help me put my socks back on. That's just a thought that I had. Anyway. Have you guys seen this map, the Electoral College map, where they break it down by counties in the U.S. and like which ones voted red, which ones voted blue, and everything? And it's like there's a lot of area that's red, you know, because some of these counties are like there's only like 12 people that live there, and all of them are Republicans. They don't get like how land works, but people are getting so mad about it. And it's great because they're like posting this shit online. They're just like, can you believe this? There's all of this. This is so much. There's so many red votes in the U.S. And how come we're not winning? And I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm mad about this too. Let's take a moment right now and talk about getting rid of the Electoral College. That will help. And like, they just, it's working a little bit. I've turned like 3 people. They're like, you know what? You're right. It's not fair anymore. Every vote should count. And I'm like, you know, you're right. It's good. But I don't want to talk politics. You know, I've not been in a great place mentally, so I've been struggling. You know, everybody has, and so like the last couple of days, I've been watching a lot of movies, like my favorite comedies to like kind of help me like chipper up. And like yesterday, I watched one of my top 5 favorite comedies, and I popped in like Spider-Man 3, and I was just kind of watching through, you know. I don't know if you guys have seen Spider-Man 3, but it's a phenomenal movie. There's so much to love. But my favorite scene, and I'm going to spoil this if you guys haven't seen it. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. It's been like 15 years. But there's a scene in the movie where Spider-Man takes a girl out to a jazz club, you know, and they start playing jazz, and he starts feeling it. He's like getting into it, and he starts like dancing, and then all of a sudden they're like swing dancing and stuff. Then he starts doing like triple backflips onto tables, you know. And he's just like lunging 30 feet across the room and like landing on a chair, and the chair's on like one leg, and that chair slides like 5 feet, and he does like a triple like backflip hammy afterwards, and he like lands with the 3-point, and it's great. It's a really fun scene. But like I was watching it, and I was like, nobody, not a single person in this bar is like, dude, do you think that's Spider-Man? Look at this shit. He's like he's doing Todd Cooper. What the fuck? No, every single person in that bar is like, oh my God, this guy fucking loves jazz. Holy shit. Such a good scene. Highly recommend it. What I don't recommend is been using an app lately to try to like dating and stuff. It's not been working out well for me. So I just like kind of like word of mouth. You guys don't use ancestry.com. It doesn't work the way that it let's see. I just going through notes. I had a conversation with the lady the other day, and this is what I'll end with, I guess. Here, this pissed me off because she was like, I went in and I got a resume printed off, and she saw my name, and she's like, "Oh my God, Sebastian! If I ever had a micro pig, I'd want to name it that." And I was like, "Oh, rude! Like, why did you just say that to me? Like, that's odd. That's so specific. Not like a dog or anything. It has to be a micro pig." And she was like, no, you don't understand. Just like, think about it, like how cute it would be with like a little bow tie and a top hat, and his name's like Sebastian. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's kind of, and then they kind of cute. So I went home and I looked up what it would be. It's like there's a problem with people buying micro pigs and finding out later that it's actually a baby piglet. And like, I was like, that would be what would happen to me is I'd buy a micro pig and turn out like 6 months down the road, I'd have to look people in the eyes and like this ugly 345-pound fleshy Rottweiler and have to be like, this handsome boy is my son. His name is Sebastian. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Thanks so much, Sam. Have a great one.
All right, Sebastian. Did you get a picture of yourself during your set?
What?
Did you get a picture of yourself during your set?
Yeah, no, right? Yes, did.
Okay, you're still spotlighted
Yes,
for a
sir, I
second.
did.
There you go. Okay. Sebastian, everybody.
Kind of hoping someone else would, but whatever. I can do all the work.
I took a screenshot.
Ooh, Victor took a
thank you.
screenshot.
Everybody, yeah,
but he's not
everybody.
going to share it. Now he's going to bed.
I can. Wow.
Well,
Young
then,
man.
we're down to our last comic, you guys. Well, we have one more comic that told me she was on her way, but I'm not going to mention any names in case Danny doesn't show up. I don't want to embarrass her. No, okay. That was funny, you guys. So
Come down the hall.
what? Okay, you guys, your last comic tonight. Give it for Deb Mar, everybody. Deb Mar.
All right, Deb. Woo!
You.
Hi, I'm spotlighted, Zoom tells me.
Woo.
Thanks for stating the obvious, Zoom. Hi, everybody. You all look really tired, and I beat you. I'm more tired. Hi, Yathine. So, I have the best story. Sorry if I don't have perfect fucking punchlines for you guys, but it's the end of the night on Friday, so just take what you can get. So check this out. New guy, right? I always have my dating stories. I almost completely blew. I fucked up so bad. Very new guy. Brilliant engineer. We've got these STEM studs around here, and they're very hot to me. And I mean, come on. If a guy can talk physics and give me an orgasm, it doesn't get better. So check this out. This guy had a weird affect on his voice. And you know how there's like that vocal fry? That I think the Kardashians do it, right? This thing. I think a lot of the hot chicks do it. It sounded like that's what this guy was doing. I couldn't understand why an MIT educated engineer would need to talk like the fucking Kardashians. And I liked everything about it, like except for this thing. And so I had to bring it up. Like I had to. Note to self. If I feel like I have to bring something up with a guy I'm interested in, shut the fuck up. So you ready for this? It's the best. And this is all on text, thank God. Because if he was like, vocal frying while I'm trying to, on the phone. I just said, listen, I have to bring this up. I don't know if anybody's pointed it out to you. It sounds like you do vocal fry. Do you know what that is? He said, I think people have mentioned something. I said, it's hard to understand you. I don't know why no one sat you down. I just have a bachelor's. That's why. Am I too loud, Athena? I see your face. I scared her. I'm sorry. I don't care if I scare everybody else. So I just have a bachelor's. Okay, it was a good school, but still. So I tell this guy, the genius over here, I tell him, I can't believe no one sat you down. It doesn't sound professional. Guess what? He has a disability.
Oh my
God. Yeah. That can get a laugh. It's okay. He has a fucking disability. And I told him he's a vocal frying asshole. Because when I fuck up, see, I don't fuck up a lot. I'm saving it up. Because when I fuck up, it's giant. Giant. I told him, this motherfucker, he's at Lawrence Livermore Labs. He is at the top of his game. I told him he didn't sound professional. Thank God I have a good ass. I can't tell you how many scrapes it's gotten me out of.
4 and 2.
Should I stop there, Sam?
It's been 5. You could do another minute or so. Drop it up.
Okay.
It's the booty.
One.
Oh yeah. Okay. Fair. Okay. Columbia University, since I'm on my big school kick, they just did a study. They came up with a nose spray that prevents transmission of COVID for ferrets. So ferrets are now enjoying indoor dining and football games. They can be in the seats. Fucking ferrets. And I'm cooped up at home. Have a good time, you furry fucks. Hey.
Love you too, Deb.
Deb Mar.
All right, Deb Mar, everybody. Hey, that extra time was worth it. That was a great rant about ferrets being safe from COVID, you guys. So yeah, hey Deb, don't worry about it. Excuse me. Athena's a lot like our cat. You know, you talk too loud, she'll run out of the room. You try to pet her, she'll bite the fuck out of you. And
There's something going on with your mic, it seems.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Any buzz on Sam's mic?
Yeah, I don't know. This is just a bad night for my mic.
Okay.
You hear that? All right, you guys, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. I'm still gonna hang out. I'll be on my phone, so I won't be on this terrible mic. That's a professional podcasting mic, but whatever. You know. It's probably my connection. Anyway.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Stay, hang out if you want. Leave if you want. Whatever.
Good set, everyone. Good set.